See, I don't think if you do it, though, that you would do it just once a week. Like, that's not going to...
First.
I don't know that tells you much. Like, you gotta get in a rhythm. You got to be doing it almost every day. Like, players who are regulars in the lineup that then go to pinch hitting, sometimes that can be tough for them because you get to see a guy one time in a game.
Okay, but what if he is just an ultra talent, like Ohtani is? Like, what if you just don't like? What if he can't? What if he can handle it? What if he doesn't need a run?
Well, part of me wondering aloud here, Dorin, is if he were that good of a hitter, he would have hit at LSU maybe. And they didn't have him do that.
I mean, or they could just had him focus on other things because they had guys like Dylan Cruz who can hit and win World Series without him having to hit.
Yeah, and they did win the College World Series.
Yes.
Yeah. I just worry it could take away from his pitching. And I worry that they didn't do it right if they were ever going to allow him to do this. Like, if they would have come into this year saying, hey, Paul wants to hit, we're going to let him DH on days he's not pitching, I think I could have wrapped my mind around that and said, okay. But now you can't send him down to learn how to hit because he's not going to be able to pitch. And if you have him hit at the major league level without having done it in 2 years, I don't know that you're setting him up for the best success to be able to hit at the major league level, if that makes sense. Like, we just so rarely see guys come from college and go right to Major League Baseball and start swinging a bat.
I totally understand that, but what if he is a unicorn like Shohei Ohtani and you don't know?
I don't think he is a unicorn at the dish. I think that would have started to show itself already. I know he hit like 20 home runs at Air Force, but I feel like he'd have hit since then if he was that prodigious a hitting talent. Maybe that's just me. I feel like I'm in the minority here, though, because people like John and Beaver say, yeah, give him a shot. What's up, John?
Yes, I say 100% yes, and here's how I would do it. I would find put him a DH against one of the worst left-hand starting pitchers you could starting against the Pirates. You put McCutcheon in right, Reynolds in center, Flores in left, and you bench Mike Way Taylor, who's hitting under 200.
So you would do it like tomorrow, John.
Absolutely. There's nothing to lose. Michael Taylor is worthless.
Right.
He brings a glove. He's worthless.
What you have to lose is that maybe Skenes isn't as effective a pitcher, in my opinion, if he's got to focus on hitting. And then the previous texter said, well, pitchers...
What do you think he's just not going to throw hard anymore? Like, what is it?
I think he's a creature of habit. I think he's already shown that. His worst start was,
This isn't going to be outside of his habitat. He's done it before.
Not really. Because when he was pitching, he wasn't starting every sixth day when he was also hitting. He was a bullpen guy. Like, so now you got to do it every day, hit, and you got to prepare to be the best pitcher in Major League Baseball.
I think he could do it. I think you're overthinking it. I think you let him try and see what.
So tomorrow, just pencil him in the lineup.
No,
well, no, he's pitching tomorrow.
I'm saying after the season.
Mm-hmm.
You see what you got. If it's good, then you roll with it. If not, then you just go back to pitching.
I'd put him in Arizona Fall League. I'd see how he does, and then I'd let him hit in spring training next year.
Yeah,
and take it from there. I could meet you there. Tim and Beaver, hello.
Yeah, I believe he should hit. And what I would do is days he's not pitching, Pirates are getting blown out, I'd give him a chance to a bat. I mean, chances are they'll probably have at least 10 to 15 of those games throughout the season. You give him the opportunity to hit. Then come spring training next year, you actually give him a chance.
Well, here's the other thing that scares me. I don't hate that. Like, how many times have we seen position players pitch when there's a game that's a blowout? Why not let him just go take it at bat? It's like 15-2 or something.
Why not?
Why not? I'm fine with that. The problem is once ball is hit, my man is running. He going to first. He going to second. He going to third. He going home. Guys who play every single day like O'Neal Cruz don't know how to run the bases.
Well, can you pinch run on a pinch hitter?
Yeah, you could. You could. This is why I think they've done it all backwards. Like, we could have figured this out a little bit. Now, here's what would have happened. If they did let him hit in AAA or AA, AAA, whatever this year, it would have taken him longer to get to the majors unless they would have said, your pitching is, we can't ignore it.
Right, and then you're just pitching.
Yeah.
It's not that difficult.
They should have done that.
I don't think they should. I don't think they should have went that route. I think they should just let him be a pitcher this year, get his feet wet, get himself underneath himself, get in sync with himself as a pitcher, and then take it to the next level next year.
What would he have to be as a hitter for it to be worth it? Like just a decent hitter?
Yeah. I mean, what's everybody else doing?
Well, Shohei. You mean the Pirates?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, if he's an average,
that's what you're looking for.
Yeah, it's better than what they've had. Although at DH is where Andrew McCutchen has thrived, and I don't think you want to put Skenes in the field. Like, he would have to be DH.
He'd be DH.
So then you'd have to move Kutch to the outfield.
So what?
Yeah, what do I care?
I mean, like, for a game, like, what would it look like? You're trying hard, I can tell.
You're trying harder. This is never been done.
I'm saying it's easy.
Oh, play
You're
him.
overthinking it. You're like, I'll go down to the minors and see if he can hit there. He hasn't hit in 2 years. If the guy can hit and he has the talent.
He can't hit right now, Major League pitching.
How do you know that?
Because he hasn't hit in 2 years.
So what?
It's
You don't
not
know
easy
that.
to hit Major League pitching.
But he might be
There's
that
one
good.
person overthinking this, and it's you.
No.
I have never seen you two like this. Can I just add a quick opinion from experience?
I'm sure this won't fire me up more. Go ahead.
So
from experience.
I'll actually side with you first here.
Oh, okay, good.
From my freshman to sophomore year of college, I went from being a catcher to a pitcher. And I'll tell you what, when I started focusing on pitching and not hitting off a tee every day, in 1 month's time, my hitting skills dropped drastically.
See?
Now, that's a concern. No, I'm not. No.
Great point, Callis. It's now time for a fan headline.
No. And then in Dorin's side, I'll just say that I'm not Paul Skenes, and I was never good enough to be a major league athlete. And if Paul Skenes could work on his hitting and handle the workload, there's no reason to think that he couldn't actually do it.
Yeah, I moved to linebacker my sophomore year in college, and I forgot how to catch when I moved to tight end my junior year.
Different
college.
thing.
No, it's not.
This guy didn't even hit SEC pitching. He was in Air Force. And now we want him to go right to the major leagues as a hitter?
No. That's what the spring training and the off season's for. That's what Dorin's saying.
Yes.
Well, that makes sense. But we got people calling it. Just play him tomorrow.
If Dorin said that, like, oh yeah, start him next week.
No.
Dorin's not saying that. Dorin's saying
spring training isn't enough.
There's no reason why he could. Hold on. There's no reason why in an off season
never seen it before.
He couldn't do hitting drills to the point where he could be a serviceable hitter, or at least try to be in a spring training period. If he does well in spring training, try him in the majors. If he succeeds in the majors, keep going.
Exactly.
But as I'm hearing what Dorin's saying. If he's not doing well, stop.
Right.